What's going on there, guys? I want to do the final video for the Cp101 appreciation build. Well, obviously I didn't make the December 31st, 2017 deadline. Run into a little problem here and there with, well, not only this, but the willies. I'm a firm believer in the fact, you run into a problem or situation, things aren't going right. You just step back, take a deep breath, and just walk away for a little bit. And that's exactly what I did. I was working on both this and the willies, trying to get them wrapped up. And I run into a problem with the willies, and that sort of derailed that one. I figured, well, that's it. I'm done with that. I cleaned everything up, put it away. And I got to thinking, I'm like, man, I'm only like, I need 20 minutes worth of work to do to this charger, and it'll be done. So I said, all right, I'm going to go ahead and finish it. And it was on a table behind me. And my daughter was up here. She was doing something, and she asked me for a marker. I said, what do you want? She's like, a Sharpie. So I handed her a Sharpie. I turned back around. I grabbed the charger. I set it on the bench. And I sat down, and I'm looking at it. And at the same time, my daughter's tapping me on the shoulder, and I'm like, what the hell is going on here? And I see, there's black all over the charger. And she taps me on the shoulder, and I turn around, I'm like, what? And she's got black on her hands. And then I look at my hand, and there's black all over my hand. I'm like, yeah, I mean, this shit was everywhere. I don't know if the Sharpie had leaked, or if something else had leaked and was all over the outside of the Sharpie or what, but like I said, it was everywhere. So at that point, I was like, that's it, I'm done. I just shut the lights off and went downstairs, and I enjoyed the rest of the weekend. New Year's Eve was my daughter's birthday, so that's all about her. We did what she wanted. We had friends and family come over to celebrate her birthday. New Year's Day, I sat around and I watched college football all day. Tuesday morning, I did come back up here and was able to get this cleaned up. Luckily, with the alcohol, very gingerly it come off. But unfortunately, the hood was damaged. Apparently, I didn't get enough clear. I'm thinking this is what happened. I didn't get enough clear on the one edge of it, and the alcohol went through and it damaged the paint. So I was like, well, I didn't have time to fool with it then, but yesterday I come up here and I'm like, I'm not even going to mess with that. So I just took this hood and I cheated. I sprayed it with black spray paint. Everything else on the whole car is craft acrylic. But overall, it didn't turn out too bad. Get a look at the engine there. It's got to have a Hemi in it. You'll notice there's a few things that's missing, which I'll get back to in a little bit. Overall, I don't think it turned out too bad. I really like this body style of Charger, 68 to 70. Probably got to be my favorite years of any kind of Mopar. That black, whatever it was, marker, it was all over the back here, a little bit on the quarter panel. It was here on the bottom. But thankfully, I was able to get it off. You'll notice there's a few things that's missing. There's no windshield wipers. The arms. I didn't get any door handles. Wasn't able to outline the window trim there. I'm on this new medication just started taking for my breathing. It's a steroid, and my hands get pretty shaky really quickly. So there's certain things that I wasn't able to do. Somehow I managed to get the mirror on. It was just a one and done. I had one shot at getting it done, and I managed to get it done, and that was it. I did get the windshield done. It doesn't look bad, with the liquid chrome. Back window, now that's a different story. See, it's pretty sloppy in some areas along here. So I just left it at that. I didn't want to be scribbled all over this thing with liquid chrome marker. And I sure as hell wasn't going to even attempt to make, do it with bare metal foil and end up attack this thing with an X-Acto knife either. And also, you notice the wheels, front wheels, they stick out a little bit further. I need to go back in and take them off and grind the inside of the wheel hub down with the Dremel. But again, that's something I don't want to do right now because I don't want to end up taking a chance of, them being crooked and then really have problems. But overall, I mean, I think it looks pretty good. When I'm able to, I'll come back and finish up these couple little details. But for now, I mean, I think it looks good as is. This was a fun build. It was a couple of firsts for me. I've never used craft acrylic before for a whole model, well, with the exception of the hood that I mentioned earlier. I've used craft acrylic before, but just small parts. But like I said, never for the whole model. And once I got figured out how to mix it properly, and it's sprayed fine, and I mean, it looks just as good as any kind of the tester's paint or house of color or anything like that. It looks just as good, and definitely I understand why a lot of guys use it, because it looks good, and I mean it's cheap as hell. I mean, a lot of the paint is about $1, I mean even less than $1 for some of the little bottles of it. But that's all I got on this one. I just want to thank Kenny from Mindless Model Works for hosting this build. He did a fantastic job putting this build on. All the little update videos he done throughout the course of the build. It takes a lot of time to do that, and thanks Kenny for doing that. Just want to thank Chris Cortell for being a great friend. I've learned a lot from him, by watching his videos, and hopefully, keep watching them, learning more, and hopefully it'll help my skill out, get better at things, especially working with the craft paint, because I am going to be using a lot more. Well, that's about all I got for now, because I see that my battery here is blinking. So alright guys, until the next one, talk to you later.